horse friends, I'm Becca Salmon and this is Southern Horse Talk. I am so pleased to be recording on FaceTime today for the first time, and so if we have any glitches, it's because it's our first time, and Cassie here is a guinea pig for me. But I have her on the line today. She's from Guilford, Connecticut, and also lives part of her time in Idaho, travels around quite a bit, and she's going to be coming to Alabama on February 27th and 28th for a goat tying and breakaway clinic. And so I wanted to get her here on Southern Horse Talk and find out all about her history with horses and what she does, and also about this upcoming clinic. So welcome, Cassie. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. How about you?
Good, good. So it's Cassie Christensen, and yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Is it Christensen?
Yes.
Okay.
So I recently got married a couple years, so it was Cassie Veerstra, so all my rodeo friends know me as Cassie Veerstra.
Okay, good. All right. So tell us a little bit about your relationship with Tindra here in Alabama, and what drew you to do clinics in Alabama.
Tindra, I've known her since I was a little kid. I looked up to her and her mom. They were kind of my coaches growing up, and they kind of taught me what I know. And then a couple years ago, hit me up and said, "Hey, come to Alabama and do a clinic." And I'm like, "Sure, that sounds like a lot of fun." And we got quite a few kids the first year, and ever since then we've just got more and more, and it's just grown. And I really enjoy going down there, especially in the winter because it's a lot warmer.
That's exactly. I guess y'all got a lot of snow. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, we still got a little on our front porch.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
We had one 50-degree day, but other than that, it's cold.
Yeah, I understand there's supposed to be some snow coming our way next week or maybe the week after, but it's very rare for us to get snow here, so we get so excited about the white stuff. So, is goat tying like one of the most popular events in rodeo, and is it most popular for girls and boys, or just girls?
The junior high stuff, they do it girls and boys, just because, tying calves is kind of hard for a little 5 or 6 year old boy. It's definitely not the most popular event. It's probably on the least. Once you get past college, there's not a whole lot of opportunity for goat tying. So that's kind of, one of my up and coming goals is to try and, get more things to go to once you've gone through college. So that work's not all wasted.
Yeah.
Kids. So there's not, it's not the most popular. I mean, barrel racing is obviously probably the most popular.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. So your list of accomplishments, which I have on this flyer right here, and folks can look for this online, it's huge. Look at all those things that you've done. Talk about those things.
Well, I went to college. Well, I high school rodeoed for 4 years, and I made our in Idaho, our state's different than some of the other states. We have districts in our state, and so I was either my freshman year as a reserve all-around cowgirl, and the next 3 years I won the all-around, and I qualified to the state finals, and usually 4 or 5 events every year. And then I also went to college, and I went down to Texas, and my freshman year I won the region in the goat tying, and then my good horse passed away, and it was kind of a little bit of a struggle, but every year I still managed to somehow pull through and make it to the college finals, and so I made it to the college finals all 5 years, and it was a great experience and lots of learning.
That's great. So when you're doing a run, how do you know that it's going to be a good one? Can you feel it coming out of the chute there, or the gate, or whatever you come out of?
I mean, yeah, in a way, what you think is usually what comes of it. So if you have a little self-doubt and whatnot before your run, it usually doesn't work out good. So you got to really, work on staying positive and thinking about, everything going right. And usually, if your mind's in the right set, usually everything works out as planned.
Okay. Well, talk a little bit about this clinic that's coming up, the details of it and what people need to know.
Well, this is our 4th annual clinic this year it'll be in Odenville. It's February 27th and 28th. I'm going to be doing breakaway and goat tying. And, for the most part, you don't really have to have any experience, but as long as you, got a horse and are interested, we can help you out and teach you help improve your skills and learn more about horses and rodeo and how you can get into it and hopefully have a successful career.
So in your past clinics, when you come here, most of the people, are they beginners, or are they kind of you're more advanced, they're trying to advance their skills, or you have different levels?
Well, most of them have already, started. Our clinic that we're doing in Odenville, you don't have to have any experience. Last year I had a couple girls that had never tied before, and at the end of the clinic, they were tying just as good as the girls that had been there. And so any age level can come.
So over the years, you've done lots of clinics and lots of rodeos all over the place. Can you think of one particular moment where something funny happened, or even something scary, but it's like sticks in your mind and you always remember that?
Oh boy, I mean, lots of funny times. I guess my most favorite funny goat tying memory was in high school rodeo, and it was like my freshman year, and the girl before me just went out and tied a 7, and I'd never tied a 7 in my whole life because I was pretty fresh to rodeo then. And so after she tied one, I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to do that. So me and my old 20-some-year-old horse, we went whipping and spurring down there as fast as we could go, which we'd never done that before. And I a little bit late, and I just couldn't slow down, and I couldn't slow down. And finally, the only thing that stopped me was hitting that goat, and I just splatted right on top of the goat. And all the judges, everybody was laughing. I was laughing. I ended up tying a 22 or something terrible.
That's
I learned
funny.
Go faster than you're capable at the time. Slow down and do it right.
Yeah, that's good advice. So is a 7 a pretty normal, good score?
Yeah, for college level to be able to do it, make it places, you gotta pretty much tie consistent 7s. A 6 is about, and it depends on the arena too. Like the college rodeos, they have different scores versus high school, scores as in the length that you run to the goat, versus high school rodeos a set at 100 foot. And so your times in high school rodeo will be more consistent than college rodeo, just because the length of the score. But if you go off that that certain length right there, then a 7's a pretty good time. Okay.
All right, so what would be your best advice to someone who's just getting into this and has really never done it before?
Well, my best advice is to, look for somebody that's done it before. And if you're, at the rodeos and you see people that are, consistently doing well, don't be afraid to go up and ask them, for advice. And just look for people that have been around it and that you can learn from, that are positive role models.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And what do you feel, you're kind of young, but what do you feel has been your greatest achievement in the horse industry so far?
Oh, boy. Well, I've trained some pretty nice horses of my own. Ever since high school rodeo, I bought this expensive horse one time that wasn't very good, and he kind of broke me for a little while, but he made me better. I had this rope horse that only knew his left lead, and I trained him to be a barrel horse, and so he's kind of special to me. So I guess, I don't know, I've learned lots that have helped me become who I am.
Awesome. So, what do you want folks to know about this upcoming clinic and you? What's going to draw people to come and do the clinic with you?
Oh, well, the clinic's a lot of fun. I have several people that come back every year, which is, hopefully that means I'm doing something right. There's something to learn every year. You might hear the same information over and over every year, but it might take a couple years for it to just click in. So there's always something new to learn.
Awesome. So where can folks go to learn more about you, the clinic, and get information and sign up?
I keep most all my information on my website, which is cvperformancehorses.com. And I also have a Facebook page that's CV Performance Horses. And then you can also call me or email me or whatever you'd like, and all that information is on my website.
Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing today, and we're looking forward to seeing you on February 27th and 28th here in Opelika, Alabama.
Great, thank you.
Thanks so much, Cassie. Talk to you soon.